We're here representing the Canadian Veterans Advocacy, and what we are doing is sending a message to the people that there are some grave injustices being perpetuated by the government of the day and past governments, and things have just been allowed to continue, and in our opinion it has to stop. One of our primary issues is the fact that we believe that there's only one veteran. Under any legislation, there can only be one veteran, and there therefore must only be one standard. We currently have 4 classes of veterans in Canada, if you want to break it down, and we have, under the old legislation, the Pension Act, we have those veterans, and they receive a monthly disability pension with supplements for their wives and children until they die. Under the new Veterans Charter, we've created a second class of veteran who receive a lump sum payment, who will not be afforded the benefit of pension for life. Our third class veteran are our RCMP brothers, brothers and sisters who serve overseas and come home only to receive very small portions of benefits through the current legislation. And our fourth class of veteran are the municipal police services, who backfill the vacancies that the RCMP cannot fill due to their manning shortages. These individuals are very poorly treated in the fact that they have not paid into superannuation acts, etc., pension acts, and cannot fall under the Veterans Affairs umbrella. They also cannot be covered by their workmen's compensation through their respective provinces.
So tell me why it's so important for you gentlemen here that everybody falls under one Veterans Act. Why is that so important to you?
It is important because the practice, in my opinion, is discriminatory. We all served overseas. We all served our country. We all answered the call. And the bottom line is, you can't discriminate or disassociate certain groups because of what they did or didn't do.
So you're saying, if you go, no matter what, you go overseas, you return home, you are a veteran, and everybody goes into one class.
Absolutely. Under the definition, under the current Veterans Bill of Rights, and under the veteran definition of what a veteran is, as per the website, Veterans Affairs Canada, they make no mention of the RCMP or the police services. In order to be considered a veteran in Canada, you have to be a member of the military. And in this day and age, with the evolving missions and requirements of the government, that's just fundamentally unfair.
So we're talking about even if you're not in the army, if you're an RCMP officer, if you're a civilian, if you served your country, no matter how you served your country, if you go overseas and return home, you should be classified
absolutely
as a veteran, because you guys are all sleeping comfortably.
Absolutely. Okay. Do you have anything else that you want to add quickly, or?
Yes. Okay. We have. We were forced to pay into. We were forced to pay into a long-term disability program. It was mandatory, and when we received the payout upon being disabled, we received this payout from Manulife Financial. These funds were given to us and then clawed back when we received our disability award. The disability pension or award is classified under the Income Tax Act as simply that, a benefit. It is not considered taxable income. So for the insurance company to claw it back based on the fact that they consider it income is wrong.
So the main part though is we're needing the government to look at how they classify veterans.
Yeah, that's one of the 6 issues. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So the second issue, of course, is this the service income or this long-term disability clawback, okay, which is unfair. We also have there's a second clawback being imposed upon veterans, and that is their service pensions are being clawed back at the age of 65.
Yeah.
When they receive CPP, a portion of their federal pension is clawed back because of what they call bridging. Now, Bill C-201 was introduced in the House years ago by a member of Parliament, and it passed in the House. It got not a unanimous vote, but it won the vote. But because of procedural indifference by the government of the day, that vote was declared null and void, and the bill died in the House. Had it passed, this issue would have been addressed. The The fourth issue is the Veterans Affairs has an insidious climate of denial, and there's a pile of red tape for veterans to navigate through, and this all needs to stop. This climate of denial causes us to believe the policies at Veterans Affairs need to be rewritten, and the sanctity of the clause, benefit of the doubt, needs to be upheld. Veterans Affairs can no longer act with impunity and have the mentality of an insurance company. They are not an insurance company. Eric alluded to the Veterans Review and Appeal Board, and I don't believe I need to say any more on that. The new Veterans Charter was supposed to be a living document. However, it is a stagnant cesspool of inadequate compensation and is totally out of touch with the needs of veterans to have a pension for life when disabled as a result of their injuries in service for their country.
Okay. So you're not, why in front of Alicia Gordon's office, why here, why today?
Because it has been, for the last 6 years, all of these issues have been ignored. There have been fixes, as they've said, put forward to the charter, but they have been woefully inadequate. Recently, Bill C-55 that just passed was an enhancement. Yes, we agree with that, but it only looks after a very small proportion of disabled veterans. It's not an enhancement that benefits everybody.
Okay. So, it's not that you're, against Alicia Gordon or anything.
No.
We're just saying we're just here because it's the current government.
We believe that Alicia Gordon, and from everything that we've heard, is, we've met with her. She's a very nice lady, very upfront, and she has expressed concern for our issues. However, we are here today simply because it's a matter of when you choose a party, when you choose a political party to align yourself with, you have to help carry the luggage that comes with that, and that's why we chose this location.
Perfect. That's great.
One final statement.
Okay. Yeah.
If
Go
I
ahead.
can.
Yeah.
And I pretty much have to read this.
Okay. Go ahead.
The people of Canada and the government of Canada have a contract with our service personnel. We soldiers, sailors, airmen, and police officers sign a contract of unlimited liability, meaning that the government can send us into harm's way anywhere, anytime, into any circumstance where we may be injured or horribly disfigured or die. In return, the government of Canada must promise to care for us and our families in the event of injury or death. The Harper Conservatives have abdicated their responsibility to honor their half of the contract. The government must be committed to social justice to all veterans. The Conservatives' indifference to veterans issues clearly indicates how they have grossly and offensively breached this expected trust and honor that we hold.
Okay. And just for my own records, the different types of veterans. RCMP.
You have your first class is your Pension Act.
Yeah.
Veterans. Your second class is your new Veterans Charter.
Okay.
Your third class is your RCMP, and your fourth class are your municipal police services.
Okay, and we want all to be under one. Okay.
Absolutely.
Great. That's perfect. Thank you very much. That's great. Thank you. You did very well. I guess.
I will. I will go through it, and it's hard because it's a great thing.
Better, also military better. I've done 3 tours overseas for this country, and I'm one of the main advocates for the Canadian Veterans Advocacy, of which 3 of us, 2 other individuals here today are part of. And the Canadian Veterans Advocacy was created because of these problems. And we're not siding with any political party. We just want somebody to fix this. And we're playing fair ball with all the parties. We've gone to all of them, and we've tabled our concerns, and it's up to them to fight over it and or discuss it. And someone has got to come up with a solution, because this is wrong. Mr. Harper has to keep his faith with those veterans. He has to go, for those soldiers and police officers, he has to go to the harm's way. And he's not. It's turning us into a cash cow. It's balanced budget. Ethically wrong. And so